Hello, Henry. Hello, Internet. Happy birthday, Henry. Happy birthday, Internet. My name's Sam Rubenstein. We're going to get a very rare, very different than normal Sam in the Kitchen episode of After Campfire. Normally, Henry cooks while doing these After Campfires, and I don't. Um, but I'm cooking. Um, so you're going to deal with that today. We're going to put you right here, right there. So I'm gonna be cutting some stuff up. I'm gonna be cleaning and such. So lots happened. It's been a bit of a trip. Bit of a while since I made my video. Uh, I've been running around. I've been keeping busy with work. I've been doing my best. I have been in PT for over a month. Much more than a month. It's over 2 months. Close to 3 months. And I'm getting stronger, which is the goal of physical therapy. I'm at a point where I can walk and I can climb stairs. But if you ask me to do anything beyond walking or climbing stairs, you're going to find out that I can't really do that, which kind of sucks. So we're figuring all of that out. And yeah, that's really where we're at. So I today am learning to cook something for the first time. It's my grandmother's recipe for arroz con pollo, chicken and rice. It's a Cuban dish. My dad had it as a kid. My grandmother used to make it. I used to have it on like very rare occasions. Um, uh, but I've never cooked it before, and I'm really wanting to cook it. So you're gonna join me on this adventure. Um, Yesterday was Henry's birthday. I didn't get to make my video in time, so Henry's gonna have to, you know, deal with that as it is. Sorry, Henry. Got a knife. So don't fight me. But I'm trying my best to make sure that I've got everything that I need set up. Um, but the thing I've learned when it comes to this recipe there's is something that's similar with a lot of older recipes. There's no recipe here. They don't give you instructions. There's stuff on here that makes no sense. It says, because also this is translated from like Yiddish and Spanish. So right here, I had to figure out what bijol was. Bijol is some kind of spice. They don't really sell it in stores near me, so I had to figure out like what the bijol equivalent is. What's in bijol? Um, 1/2 can tomato sauce. What kind of tomato sauce? No idea. 1 can small green peas. I assume they meant a small can of green peas. I hope that I'm correct. I don't know. But we're gonna learn together as I cook. So that's that. I'm trying my best to eat healthy. I think it's one of those things that I've always kind of struggled with as a person, and so I've been trying to cook a lot more at home. And so this is the results of that. Um, what else is going on? Sydney is obviously at work. Um, I am working a more hybrid job right now. I go into work 2 days a week, stay home 3 days a week. And the reason I do that is because it's hard. Like going to work is a challenge for me. I was really hoping that I would be good at it and just like be able to go in at this point. I can't. I tried. I got yelled at by the PT staff at Toro University as well as by my physical therapist um, by Sydney. So I'm not even trying anymore. Cutting onions, really hard to do while on camera. I am trying not to cry. So one thing that I asked Henry because was about couple goals. And it was very interesting because at that time, our couple goals involved the movie marathon that we've been doing, and that has devolved out of couple goals into just um, us and then Steph. Steph does this with us as well, and so the three of us every so often will gather around, watch a movie. Not in person, believe it or not. They live in DC, so it doesn't really work that way. Oh, yeah. Peeling onions is tough too. Um, so our goals have changed like wildly. And I know like for Henry, we were talking like time management, finding your own things, finding your own spaces, stuff like that. And like a lot of what you said is like important and true. Not easy, but important and true, definitely. So that is a thing. What I will say in terms of like our goals is we're trying to buy a house. We're trying to save up for a house. We're trying to prep for a wedding. Um, Very different things than what we were doing. Um, how are these supposed to be cut? Dice shiz. Okay, so we have to dice these onions now. I did not dice them. I sliced them. All right, we're dicing onions now, folks. Um, oh my God, my eyes are beginning to hurt, Henry. This is a terrible idea. I don't know why I did this. Why would you ask me to do this, Henry? Oh boy. So, oh boy. So yeah, our goal is we want to buy a house. We want to not be in an apartment anymore, and that's a real challenge. Um, because houses, fun fact, Henry, I don't know if you can hear me. Houses are really expensive. Okay, they're super expensive for no reason. Um, so we're saving up money, and to do that, we have to like limit our activities and to cook at home and eat in more and do like a lot of that stuff. The other thing that we're trying to do is on a short-term goal is we're trying to go to Florida um, in this month. Actually, it's April for a conference that I'm presenting at, which is a good thing for us. Now, Sydney has goals of like she wants to be a little bit more go with the flow, and I, on the opposite end, need to be a little bit more organized. Um, and so we're trying to help each other reach these individual goals as well, which is pretty cool. Now, Henry, you asked me a question that I thought was very interesting on how like Sydney and I support each other. We don't. We've never supported each other. We don't know each other. We don't like each other. The actual answer. So I had to think of a time when like Sydney and I were like supportive of each other, and like that's not an easy feat. That's not true. That's like not a one time. Oh, we're this that. We're always trying to support each other, and in very different ways. So like Sydney right now is very focused on work, and as a result, that is kind of where her everything is. Her time, her energy, her goal setting, her everything. Work, get paid, get laid, Gatorade. The Sydney Gross method. Now, Sydney's very supportive of me in different ways. For example, I'm good at my job. I'm not really trying to like you know make too many changes in that sense. So what Sydney does very often, and what she's good at doing, and something I'm very lucky to have, is she's very supportive of my work outside of work. My art, my poetry, my ability to go out and do shows. She comes to my shows when she can, things like that. Oh boy, we are crying these onions away. Ugh. Why is it that a food that tastes so good hurts me so much. Like, why is that a thing that I have to deal with right now? Um, we'll get there. I have to learn the correct way to dice an onion because I know there is one. I just don't know it. I'll be honest. So that's the answer to Henry's question. It's like a time when we support each other. And the truth is, we support each other all the time. It's a thing that we work really hard to do and be supportive of each other. But like our supports that we both need are different, you know, and so we get different supports. But yeah, that's my answer. Sydney really does support my art a lot, and that's a good thing. Um, uh, so yeah, so Henry, as you can see, I am putting in the work right now to cook a meal for myself that I'm really excited about. Um, and so my question to you, my follow up to you, is Henry, what's a food that's important to you? Like, what is a food that you view as like having had a major impact on your life? Something maybe you had as a kid, something that like reminds you of a certain place or a certain demographic, a certain time. Um, what is the important food? Why is it important? Talk to me about this. I'm gonna have answers. They may not be the same answers as like what I'm cooking right now, just so that people are aware. I don't want to seem, like I've got my answer already made. Well, it's not made yet, but it's being made. Um, so yeah, that is my question to you, Henry. What is your like special food that like means a lot to you, and why does it mean a lot? Tell me about it on the next video. I'm gonna keep trying to cut onions. Bye.